Today is Tuesday. Today, Tim picked us up this morning, and we went out and looked at some other areas. Really kind of garbagey. I mean, I got to just kind of get over this culture shock. I really can't say with certainty that this place has wowed me at all. What's wowed me is how kind everybody is, how cheap it is. The healthcare will be half, definitely half than what we've been paying. We're hoping on Thursday maybe we'll divert our plans a little bit and have someone take us out and actually look at some properties so I can kind of have a feel for what we might be living in. Just the outside is just so dramatically different than I've ever been used to. It's just a totally different culture. I can't say for certainty that we're going to be here forever. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, there's going to be times that you're sad and times that you're happy, but you've got to give it some time. You know, the move won't be cheap either. You know, if we end up taking our stuff, it could be, $7,000. Tomorrow, we're going to bite the bullet a little bit and get our driver's licenses. Bye.
Fran and I realize that any move to Costa Rica is going to require a considerable adjustment in our lives. We're not that delusional to think that our future will be as easygoing as one would see on the House Hunters International TV show. We view this move as a new chapter in our lives, and the only way we're going to be successful is to go into this venture with our eyes wide open. When we hired Tim Little as our guide, we knew we were going to be exposed to both the pros and cons of living in Costa Rica. And based on what you've seen thus far in this video, you may be thinking that we have a pretty low opinion of this wonderful country. Well, truth be told, that's really not the case. Costa Rica is a beautiful and exciting country whose citizens are extremely friendly and are very eager to help confused gringos like us. Day 3 was a whirlwind tour through the streets of Heredia and eventually meandering our way through La Sabana, Escazú, and Rumeser, bedroom communities adjacent to San Jose. We capped the day with an extended lunch meeting with Ryan Piercy, director of ARCR, and moving relocation expert Charlie Zeller, owner of Ship2 Costa Rica. Tim told us to come loaded with questions, and for 3 hours we bombarded these guys with everything that was on our minds. Ryan and Charlie answered every question we had, and then a few which we had not even contemplated. All in all, it was time well spent, plus I didn't get stuck with the lunch bill. So after 3 days of Costa Rican immersion, it was time for the baby chicks to venture out on their own. On Wednesday, our objective was to acquire a Costa Rican driver's license. In order to meet that objective, we had to navigate through San Jose's infamous rush hour traffic, a feat, by the way, not designed for the faint of heart. When we arrived at the MOPT, their version of the DMV, our ARCR helper was able to run interference and hold our hands through this potentially traumatic process. As it turned out, all we needed to do was take a simple physical examination where they measured our blood pressure, had us read from an eye chart, and eventually donate a few drops of blood in order to determine our blood type. While Fran made it through her bloodletting in classic I am woman, hear me roar style, my experience was not as forgiving. Dr. Mengele here decided to use a rusty harpoon in my finger instead of a traditional lancet. Apparently sensing that the skin on the tip of my finger was thicker than Fran's, this Guantanamo-bound sadist gleefully extracted my hematic fluid with all the grace and tenderness of a professional wrestler. So after all the pain and suffering endured at the MOPT, no, I'm just kidding, it was really a piece of cake. We are proud to say that we are now part of official Costa Rican society. We are licensed drivers.